sorry about that. Let's try that again. So for number 2, first we're circling the correct place value position to show where to place the first digit in our quotient. Then we're going to solve. Smith, for number 2, 179 divided by 3. Does the first digit of the quotient go in the hundredths place, the tens place, or the ones place?
The tens place.
The tens place. Why does it not go in the hundredth? I thought in division we always start with the greatest place value, which is the hundredths place.
It doesn't go above the hundreds place because 3 can't go into 1.
Our divisor
But 3
of 3
can't go into 17.
Our divisor 3 cannot go into the first digit of our dividend. 3 does not fit into 1, so we have to move 1 place over to which place, Smith?
The tens
The
place.
tens, and now instead of saying how many times 3 goes into 1, we're seeing how many times 3 goes into
17.
17. Very good. So now we know it's going to go in the tens place. There's not going to be anything in the hundredths place of our quotient, but now we need to solve. So go to the side. You should already have number 1 completed from yesterday, and now we're going to complete number 2. I'm going to rewrite my problem. 179 divided by 3, leaving space at the top. Hold on. Smith just told us that for 179 divided by 3, the first digit of our quotient is going to go in the tens place. Carla, now we're going to solve. I'm going to move this over since I can't use it there. We have 179 divided by 3. Carla, what is our very first step? What operation? What's the very first operation we do when we're dividing?
We divide.
We divide. Remember? Everybody do the chant. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, divide. Girls at home. Hey, girls, I know, but I need you to stay muted because it's just, there's a lag. And so it's really hard for us to hear. So make sure that you're doing it. I want to see that you're doing it. I want your parents, if I email them, to say that they heard you doing it. But just stay muted, okay? Thank you. Sorry. Okay, Brett, let's try again. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. But what if I have nothing else to bring down? What do I do instead of bring down? Mason. I'm done, but what do I have to do first before I'm done? Compare. If my comparing works, then I'm done. Okay, so Carla, step 1 is to divide. What does that mean? Tell me in words. Remember, the divide step always starts with see how many times the...
We see how many times does 3 go
Nope, you're
into-
telling me in numbers. I'm asking in words. I've been doing this since...
We see how many times the divisor go into the dividend.
Okay?
The first digit of the dividend.
Good. We see, Carla, make sure you're using your microphone because then we don't hear all the other sounds around you. So we see how many times our divisor will go into the first digit of our dividend. Carla, how many times will the divisor go into the first digit of our dividend?
It will go into our new dividend 0 times.
0 times. Does that mean we're going to put a 0 up here and multiply 0 times 3 and then subtract 1 minus 0?
No, we're gonna uncover one of the digits.
So we're just
of
going to
the
move.
dividend.
How many places over are we going to move? Are we going to move all the way, like 2 places over, all the way to 9?
No, we're gonna move 1 place over and see is it a multiple of 3.
Or is it greater than 3? Not a multiple of 3, but we're seeing if it's greater than 3. So Carla, everybody make sure you're paying attention. Carla, does that mean if I'm moving 1 place over, I know 3 can't fit into the first digit, the hundredths place, the digit in the hundredths place, so I'm moving 1 place over to the tens place. Does that mean my next step is to see how many times 3 will go into 7, the digit in the tens place?
No, we're gonna see how many times the divisor go into the new into 70.
Into 17. 17. I know you know, but remember 17. 70 is 70. I know you know that, but just go slow so that you know that you're saying the right word.
Okay.
Okay, so we're not seeing how many times 3 will go into 7. We're seeing how many times 3 will go into 17. And Carla, how many times will 3 go into 17?
We're going to 17. We know it can't go into 17, but we know a number that is close to 17, which is 18.
Okay, so do I put 18 up top?
No, we're gonna put 6 down.
Okay, where am I going to put 6? Above the hundreds place, the tens place, or the ones place?
We're gonna put it above the 7 in the dividend.
So the ones place, the tens place, I'm sorry, the hundreds place, the tens place, or the ones place?
The 10 place.
The tens. Okay. Victoria, what operation do we do next? We multiply, which means we do what? Tell me in words. Loud, loud, loud.
We multiply the digit we just got by our divisor.
Good. What's the digit we just got?
6.
What's our divisor?
3.
What's 6 times 3?
18.
And I just line it up with that 17. Aaron, what's the next step?
We subtract.
We subtract. Can you tell me in words? What does that mean?
We subtract the answer to our multiplication problem from the first 2 digits in our division.
Good. We subtract the answer to our multiplication problem from the first 2 digits of our dividend. Aaron, what's 17 minus 18? We can't do that. Some of you, I know, knew what I was doing and waited for me. Some of you did that. Some of you I saw writing 6, which means you're just copying what I have, not thinking about what I'm saying. So Aaron, we can't do this, which means we should check back on our previous steps. First, let's check the multiplication. Maybe we got the multiplication problem wrong. 6 times 3, is it definitely 18, or did we maybe just, whoever did that, was it Victoria? Did Victoria just make a silly mistake? We got it right. So now we need to move back to, so we checked. We know our subtraction is right. We know we can't do 17 minus 18. If I have 17 apples, I can't give 18 away. I don't have enough. We know Victoria, the multiplication step was correct because 6 times 3 is 18. So which step now do we need to go and check? The division. 3, does 3 go into 17 6 times, Aaron? No, it's too big. Remember, Carla, the answer to that multiplication problem cannot be greater than what you're dividing. So 3 can't go into 17 6 times. I would have too much. So imagine this. I'm going to have 17 boxes. 1, 2, give me some time. Please don't zone out while I'm doing this. Please understand why I'm doing this. Because I want to see what happens if I try to put 3 objects, I'm going to do dots and boxes, into 17 boxes 6 times. I'm going to see what happens. See if I can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now I'm going to put 3 dots in at a time 6 times. Okay? 1, 2, 3. There's 1. 1, 2, 3. There's 2. 1, 2, 3. There's 3. 1, 2, 3. There's 4. 1, 2, 3. There's 5. 1, 2. Do I have any more boxes? Can I do that? Not here. I can't fit them around evenly again. Which means, Carla, how many times does 3 go into 17 without going over?
5.
5 times. And we're still going to put that answer in the same place. We're going to go back to Victoria. What do we do next?
We multiply.
Which means we do what?
We multiply the digit we just got by our divisor.
Good. We multiply the digit we just got by our divisor, which equals 15. We write it underneath that number we divided. Aaron, what do we do next? We're moving back to you.
We subtract.
Which means we do what?
We subtract the to our multiplication problem from the first 2 digits of the
We subtract the answer to our multiplication problem from the first 2 digits of our dividend. Can we do that now, Aaron?
Yeah.
Yes. 17 minus 15 is
2.
2. Okay. So now you know how to go back and check, just in case you do get to a point where you're like, wait, what's happening? I can't do this. What did I do? Check your multiplication first if it's at the subtraction point. Make sure your multiplication is correct. If that's correct, then go back to the division and make sure that step is correct. Okay, what do we do now? Mason. We divided, multiplied, subtracted. Now we bring down. Where do we go to figure out if we have something to bring down? Which part?
Another 1.
What part of the division problem? Remember there's 4, the word, the vocab word. Remember there's 4 parts: dividend, divisor, quotient, remainder. Which part do we go to? Our dividend. We just start at the beginning and check for a digit that doesn't have what?
A number or an arrow.
A number or an arrow at the end of it. I mean underneath it. So we just start at the beginning. What about this 1 in the hundredths place? Can we use it?
Yeah.
We can't?
No.
We can't because why?
Because it already has a digit under
There's already a digit under it. What about this 7 in the tens place? Can we use it?
No.
Why?
Because it already has a digit under
It already has a digit. What about this 9 in the hundredths, in the ones place? Can we use it?
Yes.
How do we know we can use it?
Because there's not an arrow or a digit.
There's not an arrow or a digit underneath it. So what am I going to put to show that, hey, now I've used it, don't get confused? An arrow. And now I have created my new dividend. What is my new dividend, Mason?
29.
29. Okay, Michaela, we just divided, multiplied, subtracted, brought down. Now we do what? Oh, you kind of cut out a little. I think my cough did it.
Divide.
We divide, which means we're doing what? Tell me in words. Remember, the divide step always starts with see how many times the...
We see how many times our divisor will go into our new dividend.
Very good. The divide step always starts with see how many times the divisor will go into the, and then that's where it changes. Because it's either the first digit, the first 2 digits, or the new dividend. It's one of those options. In this case, Michaela is right. We see how many times our divisor will go into our new dividend. So, Michaela, how many times will our divisor go into our new dividend?
7 times.
Let's check. So I know I just put my answer, the answer to that division problem, in the next place. What do I do next? Zari, I just divided, multiplied, subtracted, brought down. Divided, now I
Multiply.
multiply. Tell me in words, what does that mean?
We multiply the digit we just got by the new dividend.
Try again. We multiply the digit. We always multiply by the same. The multiply step is the exact same words every time. Just the digit we just got is in a different place. But the multiply step is the exact same words. We multiply the digit we just got by the Zari, Michaela, make sure you're muted.
Okay.
Zari, we multiply the digit we just got by the
Second digit.
Colin, help her out.
We multiply
Say it loud.
the digit we just got by our divisor.
Okay, Zari, it's the same exact words. Repeat what Cullen just said. We multiply the
We multiply the digit we just got by the divisor.
Those are the same words every time, no matter where you are. You multiply the digit you just got by the divisor. Those are the same words. Every time you do multiplication, you multiply the digit you just got by the divisor. The only thing that changes is where the digit you just got is. That's the only thing that changes, but the words stay the same. So Zari, if we multiply the digit we just got by our divisor, what do we get?
21.
21. Oops, what do I do next? Kingston, I divided, multiplied, subtracted, brought down, divided, multiplied, now I subtract. What am I subtracting? Tell me in words. It always starts with subtract the
It is the multiplication problem from new dividend.
Very good. It always starts. Subtract the answer to our multiplication problem from the, and then it changes. At that point, it's either from the first digit of our dividend, or from the first two digits of our dividend, or from the new dividend. In this case, it's the new dividend. Kingston, 29 minus 21 is what?
It is
8. What do we do next? Or what? Does anybody notice anything? At this point right here, don't tell me what happened a few steps ago. Tell me what's going on right here in this place. In this, not place, but this area. I don't want to say place because I don't want you to think place value. In this area that you notice. Make sure you are listening because I am helping you if you make a mistake. Guess what happens? If you were writing, just listen and you can erase and fix later. A lot of you waited because you knew, oh, that's not right. Carla, what do you notice right here?
I noticed that 8 is greater than 3.
Uh-oh, can that happen? Can the answer to our subtraction problem be greater than our divisor?
No.
No, it
It
can't.
has to be less than.
It has to be less no matter where it is. Like here, 17 minus 5 was 2. That's less than 3, so that was right. Here, 8 is greater than 3. So let's go back one step at a time. We just subtracted. So Kingston, let's check your subtraction. 29 minus 21. Is it definitely 8? Yeah. So that wasn't the problem. So now we need to go back one more step and check what? Zari. We need to check we just checked it, Kingston just checked his subtraction. It was correct. So now you need to check your
Multiplication.
7 times 3. Is it definitely 21?
Yes.
Yes, so that wasn't the mistake. So now we need to go back one more step to which one, Michaela? We just checked our subtraction. Then we checked our multiplication. So now we need to check the Michaela, what's one step back?
Divide.
The division. So Michaela, does 3 definitely go into 29 7 times?
No.
No. Think about it again. Think about your basic facts. How many times does 3 go into 29?
0.
3 can definitely fit into 29. If I have 29 empty boxes, I can definitely put at least one group of 3 in there. I would have a lot of empty boxes, but that's okay at that stage. How many times will 3 go into 29? The divisor will only go in 0 times if the number you're looking at, either the first digit or the dividend, the new dividend, is less than the divisor. Is 29 less than the divisor, Michaela?
No.
No, it's greater, so it has to go in. What happened here? Everybody listen. When you subtract and you end up with a number that is larger than your divisor, that means you didn't go around enough times, which means 7 is too small. It needs to go in more than 7 times. So Michaela, I hope you were just listening. Think about your 3 basic facts. 3 goes into 29 more than 7 times. Otherwise, our answer to our subtraction problem would not have been greater. So that means it has to go in more than 7. Because when Carla did it, the answer to our multiplication was greater than what we were looking at. So that meant she said too many times. At this point, the answer to our subtraction is more than our divisor, which means Michaela didn't go around enough. So how many times, Michaela, does 3 go into 29? It has to be more than 7.
9 times.
9. Let's try that. Okay, Zari, now we're back to your step. We're multiplying. Tell me in words what that means. We multiply the...
We multiply the digit we just got by the divisor.
Good. 9 times 3 is?
27.
27. I see a lot of people saying that 9 times 3 is 28. That is not true. 7 times 4 is 28. 9 times 3 is 27. Kingston, back to you. We just multiplied, so now we subtract. What are we subtracting? Tell me in words.
29 minus 27.
Tell me in words.
The new dividend, the multiplication, the answer to the multiplication problem on our new dividend.
We subtract the answer to our multiplication problem from our new dividend. 29 minus 27 is what, Kingston?
2.
2. Anybody notice anything? Or can we keep going? Colin?
We can keep going.
We can keep going. It might be helpful to always subtract the answer to your compare the answer to your subtraction problem, then you're sure that you're on the right track. Okay. Zadie, we just finished subtracting, so we either need to bring down or do something else. Let's check. Do we have anything to bring down?
No.
How do you know we have nothing to bring down?
Because under our dividend, there are digits and arrows.
There are digits and arrows underneath each digit of our dividend. So now we can compare. Is 2 the answer to our subtraction problem less than 3, our divisor?
Yes.
So this 2 is now our...
Remainder.
So class, 179 divided by 3 is...
59.
59 remainder 2.
Okay. You guys have had 3 days of practice, so now you're ready to do it on your own, independently. Make sure that you are going slow, you are being neat. Remember what happens when you're not neat and you accidentally put the 5 here because you know it goes above the 7, but you're not paying attention and you're writing real big. And then you think, I'm supposed to have a number here because you're going too fast and you're not thinking. Go slow, be neat. Any questions? Yes, Victoria.
In independent practice,
You don't have to do that. Look at the independent practice. Let's talk about what we're doing. Numbers 3 through 8, you're doing the same thing. You're just doing this, what we did up here. Remember, if the divisor does not fit into the first digit of the dividend, are you going to put a 0 and then multiply 0 by the divisor and then subtract subtract 0 from the first digit? No. You will skip that place and just go to the next one. You do not have to check. However, if you would like to, it would be helpful. On the back, we have word problems. So what do you need to make sure that you do? First of all, you need a separate sheet of paper. So if that was what you were raising your hand for, that's not what I'm looking for. But yes, you will need a separate sheet of paper to show your work on the back. But what else will you need to do? Zadie?
Write your equation, answer, and
You need to write the equation, the answer, and the unit on the line. What else do you need to do? Everybody should be listening and not moving ahead because you're not listening and you're missing important information. When I'm done speaking, that's when you can move on and get your paper out. Okay, yes, you need a separate sheet of paper. You need to write the equation, the answer, and the unit on the line. But most importantly, what do you need? Smith?
You need to visualize.
You need to visualize, okay? Another thing, what else do you need to do? Come on, guys, we've spent like hours of our time doing this. I made you do it for your homework last night. We spent 30 minutes doing it on a problem yesterday. Ethan? You need to have units. You need to label everything. I am so tired of like telling you that and everybody ignoring me. And then you getting the answer wrong because you're ignoring me. Because most of you are getting the answer wrong because you're ignoring me and you're not showing all the steps. So, when you're showing your work, you also need to take the time and the effort. Which one? That one says I can put in more time and effort. You need to take the time. You need to put in the effort to label everything so you know exactly what the answer to the word problem is. Because there would never be an answer to a word problem that is 59 remainder 2. You have to figure out what does the 59 mean, what does the remainder 2 mean? What does the dividend mean? And in order to do that, you need to know what does the dividend mean? What does the divisor mean? Because in division problems, you can't just put this answer and say 59 remainder 2 pencils. Because there's no such thing as remainder 2. So you need to figure out how to put that in a sentence. There are 59 pencils in each group. 2 are left over. There are 59 pencils in each bag. 2 are left over. Do you understand? Yes, Zadie, quickly.
do you want me and Aaron to go back and do that to the 2 problems?
Yes. And then check all your work. So go through. This isn't a good opportunity, Aaron and Zadie, to check all your work. And then make sure to go back and label all those parts and make sure that you have the answers written correctly. Because again, you can't write there are 59 remainder 2 of this object. Okay, any questions? Yes, Carla, quickly. You may go ahead and begin if you don't have any questions.
When